15th day of June 2023. You know, left better again. Less than 10 days for make we decide who that to want for handover. The steering for steering this country. ACSL yesterday they tell we say today then they do early voting for the first time in Sierra Leone. Inside 2023 we get early voting. Well, then give we updates this morning. Then at the end of the voting day, then give we updates back. Triple now begin cry say you tired because election reports na day and night business. So ready you. Well, una just they follow the page. Because una gonna say network not sleep. From this morning, una see we na ECSL will be there live. We ECSL engage local and international observers them. We they explain themselves, then give we updates of the election. This back na something I want for say. Because of the scene, even though first of all, I do a disclaimer. ECSL owe me money. Because me I know say I dey work. So they need forgive me my own. Now $500,000. I not tell them say I no want. Yes. They not give me. I mean I want my own. Because now with the work. Would they pass the message? Not so. So therefore righteousness, thank you. Alright. Rosie say for telling us, say make una not forget for the send the stars. Okay, I don't tell them. I say ECSL owe me money. But seriously, I see social media. A lot of people ask this question. Say, wait, so early voting. Early voting. They use for vote. I mean, in South Africa. Now the ballot paper they come out. My Kekago, thank you. Yes. ECSL be tell we say always who they go. Who they do and live now. And I make it can be like for how when like this administration, when they make kind of power, where people and they talk, you get them supporter the ask, who sound be there? Who sound be there this 11 years? Where APC be they do blah 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 blah, una not be they talk. No, now you not be the listen. Now you not be the listen. Because if you can at this platform, we usa isu timapsu 360 na day day. So not so because you not be the listen, you they claim say nobody not be the talk. Yes. Because that one day for Sinoga for Oluwata. Me from the one where this administration begin, well I count start talking. Usana be there, that ain't Oluwata force. Una count all that talk. Because now you not be the listen. And so to this ECSL issue about and say on Saturday the ballot paper they come on. Well, who said them pull out one day where they can, my dear, ECSL be don't talk am. Say then they print ballot paper na saloon. Then be don't talk am. Go watch one part we live there go yeah. Then be talk and they. But because people they not be they pay attention. Now all man they ask. All man they ask say, who say waiting there you so bad? Listen, John say me for invite ECSL and can justify them claim. If you check the live the was to do say na ECSL we dey go check the live them. It's there. I just don't want to go back and go edit time, can't put time back and no, it be day. Now make you for pay attention. But sometimes we get caught up in doing different thing there. Then at the end of the day, you can my dear, then be talker. They get rights for do well. Lord check the constitution. That one day, if they get rights, well, they left to them. Because they say South Africa, even when they go na Guinea, we were there too. Yes, we come here go there. When this one go come out South Africa, if we know on time, we go there back. We have almost 300,000 followers on Facebook, almost 60,000 subscribers on YouTube. So we always serve Naya for the provide information. But early on, people will not be they pay attention. Who they do their own parts. We're not being paid for it. Where sometimes I can ask myself, say, who's our police? But before that, before we come to ECSL, yesterday, Umar Fofana been there na the press conference of Samora Kamara. After the press conference, Umar Fofana say APC supporters them, they misbehave param. APC supporters them say to the parking lot, they fall and go there. Okay. Let me see what Sludge say about this, yeah? Because I don't think say that's the path we want to go. Not to that path they want to go at all. Not to that path they. The election corrupt. Amidu Toli na so insane. But let we deal with Umar Fofana in first. This thing where Salon people they don't take common. I think we have to work on that. Seriously. But not to now we begin. Even when they catch thief man, then they can go police. But then they will be done deal with Anaya. But what we feel to say we get it right. For let's just explain to you waiting Sludge say. Sludge said then they condemn the attack on Umar Fofana by the All People's Congress supported them. Sludge say with stronger word, then they condemn the attack on the former president Umar Fofana, where na be former president of Sludge, and by members and supporters of the APC during the party flag bearer address to the media yesterday na Brookfields Hotel. Fofana when Umaru say officially na APC na they invite him for go cover the event. He say just outside the hall as in done with the OE for file reports. A large group of APC supporters then directed offensive remarks towards his mother. Then call si mama. That's what Umar Fofana see. He say APC supporters them and members them then cause him mama, even though they try to say offensive remarks towards his mother. No, then call him mama. He say then we get a persistent hostile situation against them. Then Falarant say go to the hotel in car park. And he say all kind cost the Lego param. Yes. All kind cost, he say the Lego param. And even then threaten him. Say then go whip him. He say now other people them now them be come to him rescue. And also some journalists them. Now then can go to a safe location. This not the first time the BBC and Reuters that they report for encounter similar attack from both members and supporters of the APC, with some originating from influential figure within the party. We don't see Usai, even First Lady, we don't take shot at Tuma Fofana. But today on APC there. So not to foresee na APC no more. But First Lady belong do one all week. Now Fofana no more be the blast. You don't forget. Well, now the work this so. You report so, then cost you. You know report so, then cost you. Alright. Loud you go. You say not to the first time where you don't get similar attacks from the members and the supporters of the APC. And something in there now from the big alleged them by the party. He say Umaru don't report to the APC leadership every time where then they do and this thing here soon whether they attack them. He say but the APC APC not case. But the APC leadership now one day come publicly for condemn the action where the member then can do. So the current president of Sludge, when I the monk, Nazgala, he say this particular attack is unfortunate and appalling. Where they come up from party, we invite journalists for go listen to waiting and say they monitor them. And they need them journalists and they for help from carry that message to the wider audience and wider public. And Umar Fofana go can go internationally. It go can go internationally. Political party then for note say then self get responsibility for ensure the safety and security of journalists them when they do their work, especially during this election period. So Sludge they call on APC for publicly denounce the recent attack on Umar Fofana and for take appropriate action and proactive measures for encourage and supporters them not for do that kind attack they pan journalists them. Either way they use that with their mouth for cause or with the hand for go on blows. They call on all political parties and candidates who they contest for the June 24th election for ensure the safety and well-being of journalists and other citizens. Will they engage in the democratic duties at all times, especially with election approaching and political tension where they rise between political parties them. Okay. Meanwhile, the National Publicity Secretary of the APC, CD Yaya Chinis, confirm say he don't receive the complaint from Umar Fofana and he promised for take it up with the party in leadership today when I be the 15. It is unfortunate and something need for be done. He say they don't not be present, what's happen. But then go investigate and try to identify the one that were involved and then go take strong action against them people and they. That's so see the Tunis tell Umaru Fofana. So we wait for make the APC investigate and come out. You want somebody for reports for you. You need journalists. I don't care how many thousands of cameras they don't have fishy. All man out get phone, they go live. Everybody in audience different. Everybody in audience different. Okay? Wait. I just want to confirm. PST can stand for pastor. David Lamin Bangura, na pastor? You na pastor, sir? Because if you na pastor, as you say PST, unless if that abbreviation they get something else soon. But the way they write, you know, look, they go alongside with waiting pastor for right too. Pass if the pastor don't pull the pastor close first. I just want for make let I understand. Alright. Let it go. So we done this one and we save one for condemn. This particular one. We all need safe space for do we work. Yes. We all need safe space for do we work. I see in the comments. Somebody they say, but first lady not because. Yes, not true, not being cause. But if you be going at the comment two sides, first lady, right? Other people will be the costly. First lady not be cost, that's true. But when we set the stage, you get the one that will become cost now. Under that comments day. Will become customer Fofana. And they see people in the Soma Fofana two bias. Yeah. Journalist, Journalist. The work of a journalist. Not funny. Not funny today, not funny tomorrow. Where you report? They say I you for reporter? Not to show. Let's see. I just want to give you updates. Alright, slow beginner. Slow beginner. Okay. Early voting don't happen today in a salon for the first time in the history of Sierra Leone. They say the one that will get for go Mecca. They need that vote day. They not for go. They say the one that they not for go so no more. Then for drop am first before they go. Yes. So with people looking for come na the diaspora early, they say una go make them drop am. Attire salon. Okay. When the early voting be start na morning. No, let's go first to ECSL. ECSL then be invite international and local observers then. They invite international and local observers for go tell them updates on how they know the handle things. And to Samoa Kamara and the 72 hours. Mohamed Kone say not they resign no. So I don't know what's the plan. Mohamed Kone say not they resign. So since you don't talk on the 72 hours still old. The 72 hours is still old. Me say no they resign. SLPP back make press briefing today. Well, someone they say how SLPP connect Panis. They say ECSL. No, if you listen where someone come and be the talk, it quote SLPP government. So SLPP back can defend themselves. But themselves talk say, then say, Mohamed Kone no the commodity. He say no the commodity. So I just swallow una know. I una know say. He say no the common. So if that 72 hours na they do an Kenya. I just want to ask. Because this morning, na 98, City Chinis was asked, say, well, if they not resign, what's go happen? He say, well, then go meet, then go come back to we. Now I just want to tell you one thing. So they don't say they know they resign. So if you don't get for go meet one time more. Una go meet one time. Because if they give us a time where the person they think say, oh, something I go, the person don't tell you straight say I need one. Well, still, you go still get on the time say, okay, well, something a bunga no more they make. It go fall. Solo again in 72 hours. Because you not left better again, no. Okay. Then say this morning, in the exercise of the powers vested on ECSL by Section 33 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, the 1991 Constitution, Act number 6, and the pursuant of Section 7. Okay. Are they come? I see. Then just remind me of one tweet. Are they candy? With Cody, I see council with laugh. I will maintain because one end is up and one part then live them. I say I be the behave. That life they different from this so. It different from this. So I see cancer with laugh, so just continue. Yeah? Okay. There you go. They say inside the act, I don't give, Then inside the Public Election Act 2022, Act number 17, and the Public Elections Early Voting Regulation 2023. So then do Early Voting Regulation 2023, Act number 3. The Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, ECSL, today, and go conduct early voting for presidential election for the Hajj pilgrims wey go left Salone and travel to the Holy Land of Mecca. Voting begin 7 a.m. Now all the polling stations them, ECSL, then district office them and then use nationwide. There is a presence of voting security personnel. Now all the centers them, now the various districts them. The election is being observed by political party agents, local and international election observers, and the media. Voting then be scheduled for done by 5 p.m. today the 15th June 2023. Counting of ballots for early voting will be done at the last polling station of designated polling centers on election day on Saturday 24th June 2023. At the close of polls as published in the ECSL press release on early voting for presidential election dated 13th June 2023. ECSL should be contacted on the following numbers and blah 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 blah. Okay, so Dima, that's na gross disrespect force. For make you kaya, they can't say triple no sober. You get a platform, you get all the talk the way they talk there. And when they go meet you, they say you know sober. So we think you the rights. For make you come out all the way on your platform, they can comment that comment then. I take and say you mistake. Yeah? If you mistake again, you no go ever see this page. I came popo. When I get to na page, nobody no ever go meet to di. If you repeat am one more thing, you no go ever see this page. Yeah? Nobody need libele la ya. Go libele and go find your hustle. Yeah? Some of una no na front, una no na back. Alright. Let's continue. Yeah? So early voting done today. Waiting the one for tell we at the end of early voting. Waiting the one for tell we. So at the end of early voting, this now waiting ECSLC. Jane Akos left now. Inside my heart, if I pull an eye, working. ACSL say, then give all the acts back then be give it for that first one. I need for go through all the one day. And then tell we, say then conduct early voting for who that, for the one them way for go Hajj. It was reported for say all the districts them, the one they will go do the early voting, then do them peacefully. Peacefully. Now so then do them. The election was observed by the political party agents, local and international elections observers and media. Political party that observed the election were APC, NGC, NURP, and SLPP. APC, listen no, now so it says that see. NGC, NURP, and SLPP. Now then four. Now then observe the voting. Then four. Then four. Now they observe. Yesterday APC say officially they not be invite them, but it's a good thing say then still follow the process, then go and then go observe. That's what you do. Kudos to the APC for that. Kudos to them. Because yesterday, now they say they not be officially invite them, and then that one day illegal, and they make the thing not correct. But now, ECSL say they were there. Abdulrahman say APC not ever go there. He go talk so because of what APC be tell we. Where you don't see. Abdulrahman they talk saying I deceive them, they deceive the public. When Musa say triple. You know when they not call the results? From yesterday, ECSL. Wait, and they can't begin find people them. And they begin find people them. Yeah? Wait till they begin find people and see. And they find you say, yesterday we talking and yeah saying, ECSL tell you say they know they count. They know they count stay on the last polling station. Let them go. Okay, let me make it simple. The district headquarter town for Western Urban na Waterloo. So, then vote today na the ECSL office na Waterloo. They don't seal a box today. They don't keep and they no count them. Then seal and then keep and they no count them. Yeah? They know they touch that box they again say the end of voting day. Now in that box day, the last polling station we go then our Waterloo for that day, that box day go then at that last polling station day, where then go just add all thing then count. Now so ECSL tell we yesterday, now so they don't tell you back today. So now so ECSL see. Me I know they defend ECSL. I no dey defend nobody. I dey tell you wetin dem say. Wetin dem say, now I dey tell you. Not to say because you get a different idea, mean to say, I not supposed to tell you wetin dem say. You come na media for yeri something. So for come be ask Tribule say, Tribule, you see, my dad they tell you what they say. ICSL l'homme pour le peut passer, APC minedi. Les APC can tell we now say no, ICSL is là ou not be dedi. But for Leone, they can say, Tribule, how are you sure? And they report to you, they ask me how me sure. Now not give me that too. Now not give me that. How big? Source for information. ECSL say this, I tell you that. You take up one with ECSL, not with AAA. They say messenger not the die na war, not to so that he talk. Now send the messenger. Alright. Una left. Me, I they tell you, they careful, I tell you. What you think about ECSL? You sabi. But at least you go, if you want to talk nonsense, you go say, now so ECSL say, but una left. ECSL, ici, now they una no give me para 500,000. Okay. I feel they left that money there. And they left her. Okay. JFK, Joseph Fitzgerald Kamara of the APC. He said the elections office ask political parties them for present polling and counting agents all over the country for voting today without an early voters list as required by section 4(5) of the constitutional instrument number 16 of 2023. A request made within 24 hours. What's wrong with ECSL? What's wrong with ECSL? He ask. He say a returning, because I circle now they read for you. When I section 5, a returning officer shall compile a list of registered early voters and give a copy of the list to the political parties on request. On request. So ECSL, this is the 2023 one. They say upon request, APC on a request for the early voters list. ECSL on a not give the list. ECSL una safe. Una Now I make person behave like that, mommy. say what I mean, I be the cook by the house. Joseph, they asked if the voting take place today. Yes, it take place. It don't done. We don't deal with standing now. It don't done. Mineatsu. Anybody they misbehave? Aruna Davis back don't come. Say the voting paper they arrive on Saturday. Yes, they did. But they also tell we back say they get for print papers that saloon for early voters then. They talk that one day back. No, then we don't tell you say the count result. Hey Joseph, you don't call it done, they can't be asked question now. Then now say the count result stay now the day then the count all my own and they get for count standing. Okay. I hope so to answer the question then. Yeah? Then say somebody they misbehave in the comment. Who that Andy? Maintain. Ene kosia. Ene misbehave na ya. In fact, today, I just want to give you update on this one. Now I get the program. For Monday, we no open phone line. Today now the getter. Yeah, me don't there. Even the panelists and a short one more they can do. That will left and phone now. ECSL, AS Bangla they ask say how much possible they vote. They not talk more. Then just tell we the one them we observe. Then tell me the one that we observe. Now they wanna can ambush me. Yes. Now wanna make safe. Why they not print all the papers they want in a saloon, Papaya? Una wait done. Una na the person. Una the right but una ne tag the person. Yesterday mostly do and 5 for me. Will be one the person. Una tag the person because I need to see. I need to see una tag the person last shoot another person day. Okay. I be done done chef. I be done either. My left. Okay. Loud and quick. Who's friend?
Record your message. Press
Oh.
to continue recording your message.
Okay. Oh. Well, let's see if Alpha ain't ready. Because who's friend not it. But today, definitely, for Monday I done the promise. I want to open the phone line. Phone now. But no more man and get for maintain. Anybody misbehave now. Man go meet up. Let's see. Who's friend? Look like say sleep down pass parentine. It don't come. Yes, who's friend? Quick answer.
Okay, sorry, I'm phone me problem here. Thanks a lot for talking with you. I will be quick here, but I'm more for the journalist. Regarding this towards election. I see what in Umaru Fana the face as well for not to say that the first time everybody they know what he don't the face so. But I know see the violence against and the would have wouldn't the force for go before a journalist while they doing your duty, not fair enough. But yeah, I know see you don't see a lot But it's up to her. You go just try for balance in your job again so that you be able for let go make the media they understand whose side you stand. But it's always a biased thing. People like you feel if you're not in on your side. But I've seen say you don't face quite a lot because we are all be helping. We if you don't go report, they don't fire in food, do quite a lot of things. And but a lot of journalists they don't go through hard time, not to just because of the ruling party from APC, SLPP in time, but it depends the severity and how things they go. So that's why the only option no more the press release wouldn't pull them, we able to look to them, and then instead we able for know how we be able for approach things and the society. And then coming to this first day of the election, we then do one another early voting. We been get actually a kind of arguments in the parliament for quite a while. We food and pass that bill there. But a new bill would then be asked for let them go see they know they say annul that na for let look valid in our parliament because na about the eight that they be arguing but later the speaker of the house still let them pass them. So now that one didn't add up. We didn't see they amend them, then they go according to this Act 2023. But it's all to do with the method of how they go. Now everybody they argue and not able to foresee. Because if we always don't get them media, they are some of the outlets them way you see something can and push you up. So some when individual they call it sometimes like a traditional media, but not to traditional media. They're not to bloggers, but are more of trying to propagate a young voice of a child and the support. So you can see them whenever they come in other area where it look more traditional media, now they can see them they can begin to see things that go for and bug. But that side they will not say here on platform that kind of a broker and that journalism day so that people are able to unite. But if you support, they know what side you come out. So that side they I don't want to go too much to them. Let them just know say this is like broker and this now kind of a traditional media and a media wouldn't recognize when independence, you know, go bias. So now that method when they talk about how the ACSL they go about they bring doubt of them in there. We don't talk I talk CS, one contributes to then this then they exercise their Sabi one when they don't show them for years, not to today, not to last year. Then they show them Sabi how then they print card, then can able for do them, they able for do other many things them. But the question of the method of who then they go buy and bring out this say procurement and how then they question and then with the question back, whether they can say one thing and they not go say the other thing the same way for the same story because so then they say we will print then because of that area of the method how then they engage the media now in the doubt and when they make a chain walk that gap there you always create a doubt so you see say now for right for always the link a message we forget timeline if they say A B C D you know they go to that sequence but once they don't see the B then see the C then will always ask say who side the other one go the other one then they ask for here so only up to the institutions then they will always they follow method where will be easy for let the citizens they understand and how things then they go for say even the biometric will not sabi they sabi for do am everything they know how to do am but it's all how people they will able for they like a civil servant when they know say are independent and impartial and may service now for like will get the citizens they informed and how the citizens they will get the service of me as a civil servant so another one they because a public servant is different this is not civil servant you get the public servant then now one of the police and the other one they now will say well now would they bridge between una and then wire now then here we only hope them will go find and the message is them what people then will bring for let them go aboard for let them go peace go come then go able to listen who say this for change then change so that tomorrow another years go come again, they will not go get the same repeated thing where the people and with the left yard and late this and do this late, then they talk so that neither the thing people and they argue about the method we people and they follow. So that method we expect say them go able for help, how people and go able to see what then they say when they see inside, which then they do. Not what they see everything or they know how the time they go. So that thing they have to say they happen where she say the people in life When you get for no say, now the value of what they can do, the life of the people, them as a politician, or who you head the institution, or you would lead that public sector for let the civil work where the people are right and what them for do, now in for being. Now that part the people in the argue about that gap for always let it day, let people let know and let them get. For let them know and get what in una promise for do for them. If you not do safe, una try for see how una go do am. It's quite a big topic. Okay, always talk. Okay, break into different topics. If na water come, if na light come, if na chop business come, if na health come, and anything that we talk. But like now, people in the hospital, they know they get medicine. Then people and they get injured from this civil, from not to civil. Sorry for that. From this election business, then they can go treatment. Not they better, but you doubt now. Well, what you promise for can do where you come if tomorrow you come, this go be again, wherein now last minute you go fight for do other thing, and then the one where the well body, the value of the life, the day for that period they become now everything in the see, and then they want this, and they do this, the capacity they come. So in the see say that the capacity, the one they want the arm for secure, and then the incapacity, the one they would not get, then they not they get that security and they become a fear. So they get fear mongering, they get one they would they try for cry down and demoralize in your campaign for Lego, make it feel inconvenient. So now in the happen, so now they see. But we don't know whether they go the right way, but it's up to how you assess that timeline of whether they do the method and how they do the method for let this election go before because they expect from the two parties that all man go can see everything, but it depends the level of what they say. If nothing will lead to peace or nothing will break tension. And that one thing now will not they want. But everybody would expect see, they not go say A, then they go want say B because the argument and the competition. But during that process, now the one then what they instigate a kind of say, oh well, if you care, what I go pass with you, then you go begin to ask, are you ready for do? Or then they will say, well, I don't agree. I go be I follow this road. So you begin to argue now the characters of those who are coming to lead us. So I think then they will try for being at the table. So you want are the genuine voter, you go able to go and peacefully go cast the vote. And time don't dey near. If I not lie, now 8 days to go or less than that. Thank you very much. Let go there, sir. Thanks a lot. Sorry for keep the time. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, welcome, yes, sir.
Well, for say thanks to Usfriend for your contribution. Yes, Alpha. Quick answer. What you get for me?
Yeah, Tribble, thanks for having me. Big thanks for Usfred. I think first of all, me self one join my voice for condemn the attack on Umaru, even though this has not been the first time in from both major parties in the country. Sometimes people want to make you act in the way they want to see you, and the man are independent man and they work for international body, so they act in the way things say right for them. And of course, I believe they get code of conduct where they work. So if they act against the code of conduct, I believe say them go don't call them to order. So I don't know if anybody get right for attack him for a personality or whatever. Now job they do. If you do them rightly, praise God. If you know they do it rightly, still praise God. All right, let's go to my next point. Quick. The first thing, me now just a concern I get on this printing of voters ID card, when voters card na salon day. Of course, the ballot paper sorry na salon day. Of course, we don't hear say na South Africa and they print them, then ECSL, all of this, so then say then they print for the wire where they go in Mecca. Well, first of all, it's the first time that it happened. Well and good. We we not get too much information of the one way they go Mecca. If not during election time, then they go. We not get that one day because if then they say that the first step there, sometimes this not the first time back way people where they go Mecca meet up during the election. But what I want for say me concern Ayana that waiting at the coding method way then will tell you say well X from 001 to 00. This now we print in a salon, so it's different from the one where they come out from the South Africa where they come, when the general one. Number two, how much paper them print, voting paper them print for these people we vote so. By right, if we don't day in total, people don't know say well, out of this amount, X amount of voter papers them will get for use for the election. This amount don't be used for be vote, don't be used as vote. So it's easy for subtract the total amount. So me like I always say, ECSL always they try for then they shoot themselves na their leg or na their foot. What make I say so? When they do the NTR, when you look at even the press release or whatever, the time very, very short, almost like 24 hours notice, bam, election don't begin take place once and for all like that. You know, why are we doing these things like that? ECSL. Always, like I said, whenever they encounter media, they must give people something for for go think about. People getting for where they go really they look at say how credible you get the consent of all political party who side and sign say yes, go ahead and print the paper as alone. Like I say, waiting at the coding method, waiting at the difference between the one way they print as alone and the one way then they carry it again, almost put and people and vote. This is something very important because any loophole it bring opportunity for make the rig or they add votes. Yeah. Now, if you print from 001 to 250, let's say for example, now 250, you don't make and clear anything above 250 when I say alone them print them. That's if difference they you go don't know say this is an additional one. So it's easy to go able to identify and when they count. But if they just left and say will print nas alone, they will then call they say poly last word na pini. You should have a limit. Of course, there's a big amount of people where they go in America. It's easy. So from 1 to almost 100 it now, 500 it now, 1,000 people where they go from 001 to 1,000 or 1,000. Now we don't print. Anyone we not get that number day, not to salon them, not to, they're not for count them. They should have this mechanism made very clear and open. That make us say ECSL not a secret society. Everything what they do for be transparent. Me don't follow up the process. If anything way to go live, if I certainly at the week now 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock morning. Yeah, people they say me I too get concerned about Sierra Leone. I say yes. Even in my office they know me. But the fact remains, you know, they create the alpha loopholes there. Small thing no more now. Almost the opportunity for make something happen. Tell we say okay now 500 or 1,000 people and they don't enter and then they go Mecca. So from 001 to this now we don't print anything above that. We know the quantum. Period. Then the other thing I want to talk on very interesting. If I could remember when they make this sample when they show how for votes. That argument they continuously one reverend from I don't forget the organization where they work for. Yeah, he bring them up the law waiting then at the act the 2022 election act when they set for right then say that box this box where then they seal so now triple A go back I'm not able for quote the exact act then say all the political party were represented yeah therefore seal them then forget the seal day ECSL say because the box not gets provision for that, then they do them as usual or whatever. If any political party take this case, this particular thing go to a court, that political party they get right because it is said, it is written in the act where they in the approved na parliament. Certain thing you know they do gentleman's agreement panam. If now I say okay, well, all we inside this press what's it they call law agree, law make a document, law sign say yes, law make and say now only inside the top then they will the seal, they will give the seal number. Not so, but the law say the police this be part by the law. I follow up that thing very clearly. This na small thing that way they give recipe for confusion in that country day. It's not done, ECSL. Una follow waiting the law say. Yeah, because when you follow waiting the law say, it's easy. You know, can begin the actually in media or for defend yourself. Maintain the law, then you see. But when I done this, when I don't print, when I not tell almost voter paper on a print, when I not tell we say stop, when I not this, at the end of the day, when I say everyone day they come Saturday, they have all year, they bring recipe for confusion and argument. Now that my own take. May God bless we all. Thank you seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
You know, for keep yourself informed, you know, left better again for election day. And during the day, every day we're going to go live. Every day ECSL has something going on. Every day. even tomorrow, June 16, then get something go on. Go the Canaya, make you can know waiting in the talk, waiting at the way forward. We reporters them. I don't talk to them and get for be away. And I say these are not normal times. And so then get for go the extra mile. Moses Flomo, write like a reply back at that person day. Because I don't search and see the person. Write like a reply at the comment of that person the way they talk. But whoever Abdullah Bangura be, they know the cause here. Watch your mouth. Make you maintain. I don't know. Wait, that's an kisenu na ba. For Kambogui. The party way the person in na did. But when I feel say una sali one sign na the problem. Because na so una feel. As long as same person not agree for see the same side say then in over under idea. Big Mike, thank you for the stars. I know we no go tire for tell we say. Hey Papa God. I dey talk something cross me mind, but then in a Saturday. Come on, I do not come on, I do. What you just see no more now? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Nemo bode na Tenail. Hey, Tenail imam le. They no mix pa with you na depa. Na different thing. Na and then they see and talk about. But then in a Saturday. I tell myself. Hey, salute. Thank you, Ezekiel. No, then this thing no get one in they go. It they go. Thank you, Ezekiel. It they go. Then they no get one himself. I don't see placard no more. Yes, so my lord make a quick one now, yeah?
Enough for warning. This is part of the
It they go.
For further, go fend him a man of friction and lay complaint. Can not forget bad much like them kind bad much here. Lay complaint will be back then will be small. Why it cost you? Then they whip you and carry go back to mama. Your mama go whip you back. Let them get training so. But because nothing I want. But this war generation are trouble in a friction. Then drive you bad road in the cost mama. You drive them bad road in the cost mama. You go ask for the market where you know buy in the cost mama. I don't know what you go on a friction. But anyway. Then guy and they just look with the alphas and then they cause trouble for themselves. The voters still the way they provide, way they make a salon for letting hard people they are vote with. When they don't know say nothing will not just come up last month or last week. They know say they will make them. Why then they not be don't save the country and save themselves time and money and just print them all? That's alone. Because this there's some type of discrepancy. You print half now, you go print some over under, then we don't know how much you print now. It is not you don't if you don't say you're not too capable of for print now. Why you not say this have time and money and just print all now? Go to the journalist. I mean then go for left the journalist, then go for left the guy. Waiting really APC one for let this guy do. Me not understand it because now so back today, then go to London, then go to before BBC. So they give them some guys there and say then they hand over letter to the chairman or whatever, whatever big person at BBC. They say then they give a letter, then they complain tomorrow for fana. Waiting the one for make a do. Or now waiting a do because we know one day see where the man reports about APC or he call APC name or he say APC that they bring one at this country or APC that they do this. I won't demand work. If the man had to go na the north, na the south no more to go, well, one of friend journalists that will go na the north. We go report for now. They don't say this time without numbers. If it's through social media, well, for don't get on your own, go they get radio talk, where people they engage you now. Just like how they engage the guy in Holland. But when they do am, you know, how many times we Umar Fofana, well, I think say the next time we want to see Samuel Rice when I forget tobacco because AYV need to show anything. They need to show anything. Start television, they don't want to see them, I forget them, but they are not touch triple in them, yeah, because then they go, then they go everywhere. But because when they complain to more people and they go to the north now, to me it don't make sense. Now let the guy learn doing job. You know, why would I want to let this guy lose his job? Why? No, it don't make sense. Now let the guy learn do his job. Today I need to talk about with the way this particular guy will cause this man because we defending people and block.
I don't block and say.
Yeah, they can. You
Don't
they can
block
cause
her.
bad cause like because I big people and it. Now the on training business you need to talk about na salon. Find that on my brother.
Thank you very much,
Let
man.
all man get in on bite.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't block him. We don't block him. Not so, yeah. I don't know what is wrong with some people. Eh? What's wrong with some people, man? You're not gonna ever see this page again. Ah. Yes, Ezekiel, quick answer.
All right. Thank you so much, Triple A. Just the continue for really talk to we young people. One thing I need for know whether APC win or SRPP win. Thing they not get for change that quick all man for brace up. And okay, would I win that rest day? They target 1 million per bag. So instead of you waste your time, they go and beat your neighbor up for them people here. Pen way, crack your brain and come up with way how you will continue for survive as Leone. Survivor mode na deeper right now. Now make obviously small money we then get out. You know, people and they run out. And then jog for people and some man probably don't go for a week. You know, they even able to 20 Leone now they can get 100 Leone. Or you go wear clothes and dance. But we know they tell you say not take them and dance. But where you they go for go vote. This pussy if it down the one the way they in a power right now. They come to you for check on you how you they do. How things they go in the community, what thing them go do for let things change for you. If you not been the see them they now you see them, now because they want to vote for them, then go do the same thing. Where you don't vote for them, then go disappear. You know they see them again. That's after 4 years. So waiting then they can't give you collect, but where they go for go votes, use your head, use your brain, think about anything. Anybody where if he say he go come and change the situation na you community. We for agree say things they not get for change that instantly, you know, because we get obviously the global connection to certain things. Inflation will continue to happen, and we country can be waiting with the exports, you know, that much. Even the one who they export will not get better agreement on that. So the dollar value will continue for go up, you know. So normal things that way they see around, the prices will continue for change. So it no matter who that get for come, that get for happen. So instead of you they run after a neighbor, you they go and cause trouble. You for think about you own survivor mode. Now that you for the think about and how you for strategize yourself for the next 5 years we get for camp, you know. So wise up, wise up, wise up. No cause problem na the community we dey. Remember, after election, all them big maya then they disappear. The very community people away they go and harass, now there you go live with. And guess what? If power change hand, that man will go suppress it, get the upper hand. See how problem they continue for happen. So please, please, let's focus problem na your community. If somebody come out outside, it come na you na una turn and cause problem. If you able for help your neighbor for let that not happen, please help. If you not able go put out the feds, at least follow na the police station. Let the posse wait and don't come beat and relay harm, then go back and lock them up because of get connection. Please, anyhow way you for able do them, now for do them. Because just think about this. If this thing will happen to this man, now your brother it happen to, now your mama it happen to, now your papa it happen to, how you go feel? This idea for say now for find if the shoes day now your foot, how you go feel? Now the same thing. How you they change so quick? Now una day na the same community because of nonsense people, nonsense things that way leaders then they do. All of a sudden you don't change. You don't change like say you know sabi your neighbor self. Una they allow other people away they come out outside they come cause problem. Now una community. So tell that neighbor where they allow for something they happen to. So tell in PK tomorrow you don't know self nine get for rescue you. Today they left and then they abuse her. You don't know how time they change. Anything can change at any time. So not cause problem na the community way they. Not cause problem na other community. Come on, now your community go cause other problem na other community. Please, una left for do this. This is not get for help you. Now that man you they help in picking them, then they send them out. In family, then they enjoy. Watch some of them people here, Yumkala and some of them. Now the country money now even don't they take their food from education to education, take it there. Now the country money then they pay 8. And you not get 1. Yet then they make you go cause problem. Now somebody in place. Yumkala and others, then don't then now this place, now they kind position here for eat that country money all the time. And una not get sent. Then you they grab and go cause trouble in other community. Please una look out for one another. We all natural unions. We all natural unions. Una left, una not allow them people here for continue for divide we for continue for cause problem. You go na bow all kind different people and did it. You go makili all kind different tribe and did it. You know, who can I hear? Wait and they ask you, they even talk to you na mende you na team you na local. You say I'm a Sierra Leonean. So please una look out for one another. This thing I get for pass, the one we get for stay. That rest they go up. It no matter what I get for car, the price they go up. Instead of una begin talk about that, una they chase one another. Look out for one another so that Sierra Leone will go before. Because if we all there together, food not they serve, you una go all find what you need for it. Rest not there, you go find cassava una all eat. But how you go one, you they eat cassava, then the other person lay down at hospital, not to sit care and go there. Now una your own community member or una allow other person for come bitter and broken hand, plitty head. Now left. That's not the way they do today. We not get for reap the consequences tomorrow. So think about that. And God bless we all. Thank you so much, Triple.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
All right, as promised, the phone line don't open. Yeah? I think it's for Monday. The phone line open now. where you can just go straight to your point. Yes, caller.
Tripoli.
Yeah, what
How
are
are
we talk
you?
to, please?
This na Aruna Davis.
Yes, Aruna Davis. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. Tripoli, yon issue I get ECSL. ECSL, they go print voting papers. Now, 2 different countries. Tripoli. Imagine these voting papers, 9 determine whether they win election. Then, secondly, ECSL know, especially the main opposition, when are APC, they raise issue every day about the independent one. People 24 hours for tell us in a year with the print them paper. So to start with was people waiting at the easy way make them for print ballot papers then 2 separate type, print one as Salone, print one as South Africa. This nine they convince me. What is the reason being for that? Waiting at the easy way make them for print. Then ECSL not be don't tell we no one tell we say no be don't focus this or no be don't see this coming. Say we get early voters they will get for vote. So the South Africa then go print the first paper. Go tell them say when I get for print for we early papers and go get early voters then. Or if we carry out with countries say not capacitate or not qualify for print papers, they will take them, will fly and go South Africa. In South Africa, then they contact them for print paper for why back who come back and then and can print back na salon other papers then. How people then will know the difference? How then will know the difference? Which number they use? Which are the formula where they use for arrive at this? Which are the procurement ways where they mean where they use for make them people that win the bid for print some of them papers there? Because I just they watch new the press release where they pull. I don't know well. I join the program late because I'm not saying my way can get all the press release then they. Well, I don't know if you be hear them before I join the program because I just hear that some of them things that they raise are the same issues then back with the raise. The early warning signs. These then things they are not go born fine picking. Why ECSL they give people in the course for make people they think like say they were rigging the election because this are clear cuts for sure say something is going on. One paper, 2 countries they print 1 paper for vote. So Tripoli, you platform. I will use this platform and I will ask you because this is a very big platform you get. I think the last time I don't know if na people ask the chairman be carry it. At least me and Kai will explain you better. Try forget one person who can explain you better. Some of them concerns how they raise. We could see how they go able to answer them. It's really sad. It's really we know this country made them throw this country into waiting we don't come up. Do at Tripoli. Contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We go try. Just call one time, yeah? Because the phone line they right now hot. I know say yes, you don't take small, but big, just call one time. Yeah? Okay. But we'll try, I think we'll try to get ECSL one day next week. Yeah? The phone line hot, just call one green thing no more. Just one time. Big Mike, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, people. On a good evening. To all Australians. What me want to say is I advise APC not get involved in this election. Yeah. What you ever wanna get for do, not get in this election. Yeah. I tell them again, not get involved in this election until they do the right thing. Not put no pulling agent, nothing until they do the right thing. Until ECSL do the right thing. Because they know they do the right thing. If we not go to this election, then they kick her over on Aido. And they tell her over and over. And when they're done with that day, the destruction of them police there and so Jamaica plan for do to now if we not protest, it will be very, very dangerous. So I tell them again, we not go to this election. As soon as demand say let Mohamed Kone resign, then we not continue for pressure, let him resign. Because the man know they do the right thing. You know, straightforward to the people there, you know, straightforward to the country. You know, Mohamed Kone na the country for work for. Yeah, not the president Bio or whoever he work for. Now the country and the people there for work for. Now the people there, now they hire. Not the president Bio hire. Now the people there for work for the country. Yeah. As I tell them again, when I not sit down or play around, this is not the time for play. When I pressure this guy, let resign. Yeah. I mean contribution on the triple A.
All right, thank you very much, Big Mike.
All right.
Please just call one time or they return your call, yeah? Yes, Mr. Williams, 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, stupidly. Yesterday with you know, to the phone line yesterday. I know say yesterday be a hot line, a hot day. Anyway, I listened with him up yesterday. When you say this election whether it will go safu or it go end safu. It not will go safu, it not go end safu. In the way that I'm not enough for worker move for federal and this that. No, I don't want place alone go through that thing again. They'll get peace and they'll remember what thing happened that time the day. It not come on fine at all. So that's not one. Two, this is a man, I listened to one interview with Indian with the PPRC man where he do. Therefore, the PPRC man is so much, I don't know what in the Guna Salon. You call press release or you call meeting for that they can talk what's in the happen. If they go talk to the place, well, they're not ready for fete. In a way, soldier man. So, he would have fete, he ready for fete. You can't talk to them one day. You can't talk to them one day. You call it people make, you go hear everything that happen, and appease the people them and see how person are able to solve problems. That's no one. They can be the ECSL man. They can say he get emotional. Then they cause him mama and they diesel and they threaten him. Yes, because what he do, you know they do fine thing. In action, it cause a lot of questions. From where it begin, it raise a lot of questions. And you're able to address them properly. So people must raise questions. People must raise questions. If you do your work in a sensible way, people are not perfect. People they will raise questions, but you know they raise questions all the time for where this man starts, where he take the appointment. All the time, look what he can do. What a nonsense thing we can do. Huh? You go to golden box now, Guinea. Can you imagine? You important tools the way when the important tools now and then. Very important tools. Your box, your voting box, and you voter list. You voter list. Not that important. Up to now, enable for come up with the correct voter list. Can you imagine? How question not go raise? How question not go raise? Question must raise. Now this time they tell the public, say they tell a lot of people that say, this man a muku man. And I always call him muku. I go always call him muku. If they do work wisely, you know they do muku work. Muku na muku man. That muku man over say. You see? So this is the problem. Now they raise the problem. Now they raise this problem. People don't say that now APC doing this all the thing. Yes. Now go blank, but I blame the APC itself. They say for the issue a long time ago. Whenever we take 1 week term or 7 or 8 days time, they begin to other issue that come. But again, they blank for member we say yes. Now show me the apple, now show me the bee. Then second again, look what the president will go talk. He go talk say an escoma, now in this, an escoma, now in this, that, an escoma, an escoma behave himself, he will make a small boy. It's an insult to an escoma. Not big insult. Make President realize an escoma, is he get right? It's still in the APC. Now the national has no more say, let no position there. But they're not expelling the party there. As a matter of right, he got right for rally for APC. He got that right there. He can rally for APC, campaign for APC because he want to make APC win. He still be member of APC. He still get APC membership card. So the president could be the owner they go molest the man and now he sorts that one. I know they there for and Koma all the bad way don't do, but what is right? You know they go insult the man like that. The man has citizen like himself. If they get right, if you want to not done, in the BA, they get right for rally, for SAPB, for go campaign for him. They get that idea. But his command so mature himself that he not involve himself. He keeps himself quiet. But nobody go insult the man like that. In other country, if they can't go to court, they go prove, say, now his command, now they do everything and they say get evidence. You can't the molest a man like that. I know they're not doing a favor like us, come on. Not so all you get bad kicking, all the cat bad kicking. But when you right, you're right. You're right. You can't do the abuse a man like that. It's too much. In all the country, they can't go to court. They go prove, say, they get evidence, say, now this command they do anything and they. The man get right. Then party. He can write for the night party. He can write for rally to a party. He can write for campaign for a party. The man is citizen like himself when a bill. He can't go molest a man like that. Enough is enough. When you go to put it, they go to revoke what it is. When you got that man, you wait for set bright example. As the first gentleman in the country, look at this guy, what way they go talk. But it's too much now. It's too much. Citizens don't take too much now. Citizens they take too much. It's too much is going on now. Too much. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah. Look like say, Mother be one can add pa Mr. Williamson list. Yes, sir, 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Sebui. Thank you once again. Thanks all for the analysis. Before I start my message, actually, I think almost 2 weeks now, I've made an appeal, on the forum and with regards to all of this information. And then you said, actually, Neka give some time, you will sit with the team and then make some plans. So yesterday, I've been sending a message on the forum, how far. I know like some people, I know with they do the donation with the stars and stuff. But to me, I see say, enough because information not cheap. When I follow you and I follow all the reporters and I've written all the areas and they go on the rain and see, and it's not cheap. This now media house and then extensively and they cover it, they make some coverage. A lot of people they now this forum for get information from you and see how that go disseminates to the people, so that we they out and we although some of the information is not new now the internet, but at least it seems they do very well and for making try for reach with the information there. So therefore, I don't know how far. I will still the wait and foresee. I know a lot of people at the forum last time then they pointed that out and they support the idea. And that's so we will see never we able to do and whosoever without feel for do some donation contribution towards the team down there, at least some of who willing. I know many of my other colleagues and will follow suit. Anyway, now that's what I just want from how far maybe you will tell me and before the program end.
Well, you don't they push till we go down tomorrow. Go down on Friday.
All right, please. Okay. Yeah, so let me go to my stage. For me, I look at this thing, I call it like a false consciousness about the Lunians there. But what I mean now is what we know they think, because this is about party, about this region in color. What did happen now, Sierra Leone as of now is unprecedented, never in its kind. Some of we know because we don't live a whole lot of life in that place there before ever we left there. So when we look at this regime, how they campaign and how people follow them with all what they promise, and see how they can start for rule, This is what we really call state capture. What people say. All of this is not new. This is not plan. This is not a plan, not premeditated things that we might have planned all. From the parliament, from the judiciary, from the police, the top hierarchy. If you look at all of these top hierarchies, them, like I say, some of people looking at the police force, at the military force, we know what they go on there. So you take all of young people and people that were loyal to that and put into this side. So now make nothing all day way the opposition they do. If I now say, look at party like the NGC, C4C, look at, this is why they may talk about unopposed. They know exactly which they don't do for me they strike. Now, APC now big party, maybe will cross them out. Otherwise, they will even see them. They don't even function anymore. Therefore, it will just be like, the only leader. Now, this they happen. But people actually, they see all of these things. This is not about about APC. It's about the people now, because we see today what they happen, the suffering of the people. Now look at what they happen into all of this campaign, train, and how things they unfold. You see, you look at all of this, because by right, you look at it on so like PPRC and ECL. This body they never be neutral, because they work for the people. But you can't imagine when the people they try for resist and to say this is not right, and then they say, oh, he's right, and then it's supported by the government. So you see deploy into all of these things. So we know one problem. People they say advocacy, oh, please Boku pray, but this is not about all prayers. This is some people who don't feel say they will capture the people in their minds, and if we allow that, believe me, the country will ever be settled. We want maybe get interest for go back home and for do settlement. You can't go back home and do all what you want for do. Some of them today, I will therefore resist. When I look at Senegal, if you look at Usman Sonko, when he was in the parliament, he put pressure upon Macky Sall. Macky Sall give rape cases. Then protest against that and therefore pull him. Now you want to go for third time and stuff. The people and the sacrifice. I watched one video yesterday, some Senegalese in France, diasporas. Then they pursue because they know say this is not right. It's not about they don't want to say that some can't talk even the past election, not even second. But people, for them, then they just stand for the people. Which then as Sierra Leone, we look at too much partisan. This party and this antagonistic way of behavior, pointing say now religion and party. This is not about that. You see, we got to bring the reality. Look how much young people they lost their life today under this regime. People they campaign and they own stronghold and stuff, and they chap they don't brother them and they kill them. You see, you cannot imagine. For me, I lose respect to this government, of course. Yesterday, I look at the president, I the campaign, watching the talk. For me, it's all nonsense. I know this. And Christian, I talk not to an APC the appointer. Now, Chijan Kabana appoint him. He called other political parties there. They appoint him to be the electoral commissioner. Same thing for Ali. We give you the power. So, where unless we appoint him, he called all other parties. Then they all agree. Even when they print the ballot box, they na Belgium. This Pandanoa to the way they should and before the deputy the interior minister. Now they all been there in Belgium. This with this African Express fellow. Now they all go fly in Belgium, then inclusively for making them see how them ballots are they print and this. So now so the constitution say. The constitution not do anything wrong, but because Manado gets a premeditated plan, he make all of this here. He's change the laws there. He's change the laws. So now this and be the outcome. All of them here, they talk about these sensors, all of the bring cam, all of the acts there. All of that's now premeditated thing because he get the plan. So now this kind of thing. So we therefore focus on we actually we come up from and see what the outcome and what see this guy plan. What we not for allow that. We get a role for play like what you they do so and we go for speak out. This is not about the party, it's not about the region. We'll look at the people. Where's me and you go live a better life than how are people back home? How they go for live? So we'll give them the time for when they speak up. But they know but they do what they want. If other bills ready for win, fair enough. Fine. But let it be free, fair, and credible. Now this is the advocates for. So I want to say thank you very much. And please, and like I say, and I can't wait for tomorrow. and for make I see exactly what you will come up with. Like I say, I believe say others will support this move, and for more could give we own support because it's election time. Credible informations are needed. So therefore, cheap. We just want from who just get the passion for support you really, and because we really, admire and support what you they do. If we don't support them, who else? So we're not going to left the battle to you and just the team down there. We see how in the gun that rain. Please, I just want for me that appeal again. Once we find the end, me call.
Okay, thank you very much, Ahmed.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Bangura. 3 minutes, sir.
People ate the dawn. Where everybody do? How are you, sir? Well, I don't say online. You and I are probably, like you say, I'm jump see, but any kind of way, you're one of my favorite people. You may not know it. I may not say it as much, but I look forward to your show every day. I literally can't go to sleep if I don't listen to your show. So just so you know that, from me to you, you're one of my favorite people around, to be honest, okay? So, first order of business, I would like to start with the word hypocrisy. Now, when I think about this word hypocrisy, one individual comes to mind. Well, I would say two, but one individual specifically comes to mind, and that's Raman Swari, the so-called Minister of Information. Him and his village boys, as he would like to call them and term them, that he's backing. These village boys threaten a major political opposition in the heat of campaign, with only days to election. They threaten to kill anybody of the opposition party that sets foot on territory that belongs to all Sierra Leoneans, not just those village boys, or villagers, as he would like to call them, villagers. So I would like to ask Mr. Soare, Raman Soare, please, sir, can you compare someone who is thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away, that is supposedly spewing threats? Because I'm confused about that, to be honest, because if we're being honest, I don't think I've ever heard, unless perhaps maybe somebody wants to enlighten me today, I've never heard Adebayo ever tell anybody to go out and kill anyone, to go out and harm anyone. I think all the protests that he has ever called for, that I've heard, as far as I'm concerned, have been peaceful marches or stay-at-home protests. But however, he's been termed. First of all, I don't know who this Adebayo guy is. I'm just speaking.
Okay, I want all you the quick. Yes, the last one where he talk, where me he say that was it on a Tuesday. Make them come out and Mutuka them not for pass. Any Mutuka way pass, let them stop him. If he then refuse, then for take action for bondi Mutuka them.
Okay, so he literally told people to enact violence on other people. Okay, so like I said, I appreciate you telling me that, because like I said, I've never in my life, never once heard any of his audios that states calling for violence, except this one that you have brought up to me, and I appreciate you bringing that to me, and I will condemn that at its heartbeat. I will condemn that right there as you're telling me, and put a stop to it, because nobody should be condoning any violence. But on the other hand, this is literally what my point that I was trying to make is this. We've heard all negative things about Adebayo from the beginning that he has been making his videos. We've heard all of these, focus on him. This current administration is actually focused on him so heavily. And however, I want to ask Raman Soare, because he's focused on him as well. Would you say that someone that is so far away can have more impact on things that happen in your country versus people that are actually on the ground making these threats? Because these people that were making these threats, these villages, were actually on the ground in Sierra Leone, have the capabilities. They were armed, as they said in the video. Nothing was done to them as in let's say on the contrary of what the minister was saying, that there were some people threw acid at them, APC threw acid at them. On the contrary of that, I was really keen into that day when that topic came up, because it bothered me so much, because the people that were making the threats never mentioned anything being done to them. And however, the minister came out and backed their actions and backed their threats with a sorry excuse as that. That's the first thing. That's the hypocrisy. That's the first aspect of the hypocrisy that I have an issue with. Secondly, let's go to this ECSL. I don't know if it's a blunder. I don't know if it's fraud. I don't know if it's a mistake. Actually, I don't want to call it a mistake, because it's been like too many mistakes with this institution. Triple A, please correct me if I'm wrong, my brother. Is ECSL supposed to be an independent body, an independent administration that is tasked solely with the responsibility of ensuring that every election that is held in the nation is credible and safe? Is that the only thing that they're responsible to do? Is that the only thing that they're tasked with? Is there anything more? Like, are they supposed to be a political body, or are they supposed to be an independent body? Because I'm very confused, because it seems as though that the way this institution moves and the way it has been moving has been very much so politically bound, politically focused. Seems like everything that they do, especially at the helm, everything that they do is, I think c'est what Alpha, and I ain't talk this talk. Now, like secret society. ECSL not a secret society. ECSL is not supposed to be a secret society. ECSL is supposed to be a public institution. It's supposed to be a very upfront institution that's supposed to give out information, whether upon request or not upon request or not. They have guidelines and laws that they're supposed to go by. For example, I don't understand where these rules came about, right? That you can, have voters vote, and then you don't give out the list of these supposed voters that votes to the political parties that are involved. Honestly, I'm very confused about that. I really want to know, how is it possible? In which what part of the Constitution does it say that ECSL has the right or the ability to hold an election, right, without releasing the registered voters that are going to vote? Is this a blunder? Is this a mistake? Or is this a deliberate action of trying to rig a very, very intense election? And an election that can very much so define our nation, not just for the next 5 years, for the next 20, 30 years. Because every administration, every term has about a 20-year impact down the road. Just as we're seeing right now, and we're going to face whatever BO's administration have done this past 5 years, the people are going to feel it for the next 15, 20 years. I guarantee. Why are we joking? Yes, sir. I'm rounding up, sir. Forgive me. I have a whole list here, but I'm not going to go through it too much because I know there's not enough time. But this is the point that I'm trying to bring about here. Let's talk about you. These are the points why they try to make. Waiting sweet for you. Let's say this. Waiting not sweet for you. Not say go sweet for other man. I'm not talking back now this platform here. Salon, even the losers them for the election, now still Sierra Leoneans, then they are still constituents. Let we treat people there as constituents, regardless of your political affiliation. Make we treat ourselves as Sierra Leoneans then. We ensure that we not put the politicians them before, because people, I'm sorry, just give me 30 seconds. The easy way to make I say this is very important, because the problem is, Salon, I think so one of the callers didn't talk this. The problem why I don't see by the politics na Salon is that we want particular power, na tonangi business na the camper, tonangi. And I think so this past 5 years has been the highest of, but the most tonangi I don't ever seen in my life. So they are the big we salon people them. Make we stop for look we self as opposition. We young company now they talk, not a political figure. Young company look at Sierra Leone, ordinary Sierra Leone, not look at as APC or SLPP or NGC or any other party. They are the big. People, thank you so much. Forgive me for taking too much time.
All right, thank you. Yes.
Okay, have a good one. Thank you.
Phone line don't close. We dey return calls now, yeah. Phone line don't close. We've been promised today and we deliver. Yes, caller, what they talk to, please?
And then now Omar Fofana the talk, and then triple A la God bless you la camp on the point, and then with me they try to they tell all of Sierra Leoneans listening abroad whatever. I wish like go the but say in a Western world get time to pick people who they in a salon let them go they can forum let them go they can listen the update we can they give them. But it's not
I
bad
want
because
only
some
the
of we
Omar. The one holding a salon.
yes.
Now then, na number one, na ya. Password they abroad safe. Salon, they listen, na ya. 42% na salon people they no more. So then they listen.
Okay, no. Okay, I know for say they listen, but they need to call you, let them give them your own view, something like that. But most of them are Western world. Some people they give them your own view. For me, your idea. Okay, like and to me on points. Like God help Sierra Leone, like this election, and then pass and fear, and God protect your country. Anything for way the pan this wall. Even say if you pick away born safe, that respect. If you not get picking respect in the house, you need to ever give respect. And I remember. And I Dr. and former president of Sierra Leone, we love him. You don't be a president of that country. Something that happen, you need to come on board. I remember the last time we didn't go now then we didn't go open say Samura Kamara for be a flag bearer. What in talk? He say let him need to go show up at anything so far. He did show up until to go state house. Then I hope say some people are listening. Me are listening, we don't know speak after then they back and then put on a TikTok. Where you do something, you as a leader, you don't be a farmer. You need to protect them people they all. Would this Maya win 2018 in gap na freeton in go direct in former president in vice president in wife with himself then go meet former president then go say hi to her. Former president no grab in can meet him man say this is the president of Sierra Leone. That can tell and congratulations, something like that. This thing happen. You are a leader. Something they do, you need to some people that listen to you, many people that listen, come out, they can't speak to you people. If you don't come out, how he go feel safe for say this man will feel safe for say they support them people there. Right? And then secondly too again, Sierra Leone will get right and the neck. And then the opposition can't say for say 74 hours they will drop on, sir. Say then if we resign, he then get right, he didn't the constitution, sir. Because some of you will not know because like una so una they follow up, una they read, una they do everything so far, something like that. But we and then the watching Samura talk yesterday, some of we he go per way good, some of you not go per way good. He say that man they for different and then sit down at the parliament, then debate, then choose this man say this man then they conduct the election. It don't can be from February to this June or so. The council for say the election, this man here, you need to step down 74 hours. That day they meet up on Sunday. Do ya and then we don't get some voice note them back and it's too much. Me they pray God for country all the time. We saw them come on 1999 to 2000. So if we work from a country, we can the next man in country, who know what to so if we we lost most of it there. So no food will not get will not benefit from that. Like God no could go back that today. The youth then let them pay attention. Nobody no like tight place. Nobody no like tight place. You have a freedom, even if you not get nothing. But if you have a freedom, is the best. So me and me on contribution that let God make everything go for successful in our country. Let God bless that nation there, and God bless you too because it they give you good information. Let God bless you. Much love.
Thank you very much, Umar.
So,
Yes, caller, what they talk to, please?
This now busy part, California.
Busy Park, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay. Well, first, people relax, you know what this. I want to say greeting to all the listeners first. No, say me, I know I can count the actual talk and I make it differ. This election where they go on a salon, I make some of you, man, like, who not ask me to get self for again. You know, but until the election done before we go. You know, this election, yeah, this year, they don't make us clear, see, it's now one man game. Now one man gain election this. Now make any side where the man go for go campaign, they make it clear. I say no runoff. And it's not clear. It's no man for say this. We don't win them. So because they already don't know what they don't do. Because how you go there, you go print, you know, this it don't make any sense. It's just the one they no more now where they go dance that street, this, that. Then for those make no more let the man come back to the power. You don't get for let them go vote because this don't make it clear already for say this is a one man gain election, not to national election they go for go make yonder. Now one man gain a bio election, now they go run yonder. So they vote to they not vote to now the man they win. The man don't make it clear. So if Nina APC them just like what the man they don't tell us say let them just avoid let the man run a country. Because it just don't take that country, they even say I ain't get the country. You know, for saying the world get that country, you know. So this one, another born, another born fan picking. Also, so now all picking no more before we see that country there. I don't know what me to say. Shout out to all the youths there na the land day. Let it take it easy. Not to time this for let them go and bang the eat. And I bang them when I eat themselves. Hey, this man there, and for the meantime, for the dinner street. The last time we did and we people they go and bang they say they talk. Now it ain't out there, they go and talk to Una. We tell people, Una say, like, say, it is sorry for Una. Not to want a man, they will sorry for person. Person like that, if you really get, if people then they ask. Now, this time they have, nowadays, them all, if they didn't do, if they go and talk all kind of things, the person will not serve the country, they go team up, if they talk to her, that way they do. Man, we all man they able they rush to him. He said, "I the first man of the country. Now they go team up, now that place the open side. All man they see him. Now media they go talk that kind of word and they for say, and they bring calm the man down. You able calm down? You able bring that man down? You able bring it down? Now the man first, they don't go start before you because you don't go there now the place first. You don't let you don't eat, you don't let forgive you. Yeah. Now you can't tell for tell us say you bring it down. Oh, okay. All man go know who side the man and foot him up. Now you make me talk that one day. You know, that's a thing like this that for the joke with them. I think and they no need for joke with them. People that they out there they say they do that thing and they even move. They say now the leader. Leader that day, we not get leader in Africa. Every Africa will not get leader. Now followers they no more they say, hey, we they're not even followers because everybody when a leader, it remember the one the way they did Vietnam. But this guy, they remember that. And then even they think say that they even lay down and sleep and think say, oh, one day, one fine day, I get for go one day. All this macho business way they do, you get for die and left. You die now, you get to go to as a president. You inside they go to, inside the common man, the bully, and at the same place that the bully, you know, all they go do it. Yes. So if man they would take that way, they would stop putting it, they do so. I mean, you'll take that no more. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Busy Park. If you don't call, we know what you will call you back, yeah? How they pass so? But only take new callers, so. I'll call you, you will confuse me. Now I'm pass they confuse me. Yes, caller, how they talk to, please?
More Musa.
Yeah, Musa, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Me problem with this ECSL, it really it's sad. Would they say no more? Let we patient, let we patient. But this not to one person in personal business or personal something where you go say, I dey do waiting I want for do. That is exactly what this government and ECSL they do. I see yesterday the president they boast, oh now them been choose Christian at top, I beat them. Now them been choose Mfa Ali, I beat them. Yes, because the president them by then, we choose them commissioners then they allow the commissioners then for do their work. In as much themselves been get influence over any kind of thing, but for let peace reign, they make sure say they allow them. Now the first time this election business, it don't become like say, it just don't become like personal property. If it get chance, this president, even want let election happen. Because if you say you're not father of democracy, why can't you allow the process for the go? Back to this special vote we didn't do today, because then the more money. No disrespect to the arch than the one the way they go. But they're not that important for giving special preference. Because if you say they make provision for special people early votes, you for consider first the securities them. Because election day, then go for be so busy for the work, where some not go even get chance for vote safe. I have been there. You they make provision for the medical personnel them, where then go for the day around for help people them. You they give them one and the preference. You they make provision for people them where they do essential duty for the government, where they probably overseas, some and then embassies and other areas. You they make provision for people them when are handicapped, crippled or old people them where you know say they're not going able for join them queue them. You make them provision for them. So why you just feel like, oh, the only people that want for make provision because they go Hajj? They're not they go for we. Personally, they go as a team, but an individual go then they go yonder for go bless themselves individually. Like I say, I don't get any problem with the one the way they go. But not all the kind of people in that day where you forgive special preference for let them vote. Then even when you don't give preference to them, why they not vote for all the other categories them, not just for presidents? Waiting and they mean. Even parliamentarian better more than even presidential, because the parliamentarians then get a very big role for play when they make laws in the country. So they're more important for vote for than even the president. So they don't make this thing so ECSL this not be ever done at the plan before, and just overnight no more you announce say would they make other people and vote. How long people don't they cry for ID card? They say well, ID card for come on, it never come on, wait come on a mess. How long people don't they cry for data? They ever come out. But for make provision for people the way they go Hajj, for go 24-hour, quick, you don't able for make that provision. And as at now, what they talk so, even the election materials, they all not available yet. Nothing not put in place it. So how overnight when I go just don't conduct election for certain category of people because when I feel so when I don't able for influence the young vote, and when I make that the quick 24 hours, less than 24 hours they don't go vote safe. This is really frustrating, and we all the talk say yes, we don't want to go back to Usa come out, we don't want to go back to Usa come out, but the activities of ECSL and this government, it push we to that. We not they pray for it happen. We not they promote any kind of bad thing for happen now. But change is something that is not free. At times, change is very expensive. Lives then go for change. We don't see our own side. And I've seen the first call one person be called earlier to the way say, APC, like where they don't stick on waiting, and they're not a campaign for APC because not to participate. Waiting they don't stick on, they're able for stick on them. Because at times, if you be any kind of way can say law beer normal logo, law beer, I the beer, you don't fully accept that. Anything where you beer, you take them. Whether you say you had to, not say you say you had to, you don't accept it already. So whatever the outcomes go be, you don't go get any complaint for you. So if they're able to stand on that, they say either this person resign or will not take part by the process, they not send nobody. The way the election kind of the party wants or the government will let them do it. Afterwards, we already know who they go for win, because in therefore do everything possible for make sure say it win that election day. So let them just left all things in hand. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Murray. To let some more people for return call too. If you've been calling, watch your phone. Yes, caller, what are they talk to, please?
You talk to Abdul Kamara.
Yes, Abdul Kamara, get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you so much for your program. Actually, we take from this electionary process in Salon. I think people the way they take part in the program or in the elections, some they don't begin to discredit the election when the election not even right. The opposition party when at APC, they not even get trust for anybody when as for under the elections day. When they can even find the 2018 elections, they can't find the runoff. When they say that Anes by Kuruma, when the party be even appoint or the parliament appoint Amfa Ali, when he come then cause them all kind way. Who's election officer when they go put us away APC no go cause? Just because if they not go their own way, that means nobody again, not for winners alone, enough for this so. They don't cause this man matter there for all these 4 years. Look the people where them they cause for say this man no get no people where they there now. Look the man he rally them. Whether that na paid people look what people they come on the rain. All over the country, na the north, na the west. Every side you go, the man they pull a crowd. Now this they don't see. They tell them for take for maiden campaign. They take one green person when I do bio. It costs people in the party. When at the APC party, it costs everybody, costs imam, costs them, shift them. You know, I don't point APC. Even up to now, when they don't get the election, officials of APC, this point they still a cost people in Minkayu Masare them. It is a cost less than to wear them. You know, cost everybody at the party. You know, scatter the party. Everybody, but nobody like the big one. Then Samura Kamara, the only people away and this Adebayo no cost. Samura Kamara, Anes Kuruma, you put in Sane, Uteri Koko, but all the other people in another party, they this people don't cost everybody. The downfall of APC, now Adebayo na cause them with other leaders, and they were what I don't call so. What they don't put word from the morning, they say, this man, you know, they talk for we. This party, now party will get respect. Now party for the people. Party will not be coming for people. But party can't get now so cost. These people don't cost everybody. And they creating the messages now the country. You know, the hungry man is an angry man. Them people then, you know, when some people they don't get job. If you give them a message of hope, give them a message of hope. Not give them a message when they be say, when they make their heart they want more and more, destroy the country. Now we don't get for so far in the Holland is don't they so. You know, no, my contribution that one you know more. People, thank you so much for the program.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
I tell you, I say today, now I get the program. But we don't lock the line on. Now the last caller this. You been call me. Watch your phone. Yes, caller, what they talk to?
Hey, Triple.
What are they talk to?
Bakish Kebendo.
Yes, Bakish. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Oh, thank you for the time.
Maybe any contribution again this evening no more. We just want peace in our country, you know. ECSL not today, we get another country there. Every election when they come, now them political party there. SLPP then cry till the last election, all kind tactics. Them back and cry. APC, we then first lost the first ballot box. We then go in the first round. Then cry till then count all kind complain, make them count, when they do manual counting, then do the manual counting. At the end of the day, this man that end up for win. So most of the folks that we then be at the office, then they nothing not change, you know. I don't see any. I don't see any foreign laws them or regulations then we then introduce now this election. We so much for with them kind chaos there in our country. You know, some of these folks we then sit down at this diaspora, we then they call for war in other country. Some man not get no value in our family, you know. Because if you get value in a family, or family value you, or you value your family, where you get back home, you know they call for war. You know, election. I just want to let somebody raise their hand up, tell me say, nah, these 5 years now salon start for so fast. We don't in another country. You know, we be they go school, sir. We didn't have college and that. Wait till make a comment that 10 years ago we left another country. We didn't have so. We tell God thank you what we can have so. So we know how we left yonder and how we go, how we see it. If you tell me say nothing for buy rest for buy them, okay, we people then be still a struggle for buy even we be there that 200,000. 200,000 and 10 and we change the dollar. Now almost the same values that we even get. Sometimes if you change the dollar now, say they even get almost money for buy things now. But then the way you change the dollar, now almost equivalent to that thing and so not just today salon starts for suffer. And we're not proud of that. We're not proud of that. Because then we're always in the crisis with the one kind of office. And we don't do it. Nothing not the way they do for we. Nothing, no, don't put no infrastructure for we. If you know for say we honestly in our power, then telling the things that be okay for you. Then at the end of the day, just 5 years with a man the commodity, he say everything don't batter, everything don't become rubbish in the country. It's like you not been a plan for yourself, but you not been a plan for your future, you know? Because if you think then be okay, then the country be the move well. That man they can just less than 5 years, he can rubbish everything. There be future say then and the way the country be the boom, then and they will have we don't make progress and then we don't make savings. We don't plan for in our futures then. But we will be there that we all know say nothing not the way anybody they boast for. But say the 5 years ago or 10 years ago, the country be the move well, everything was okay. No, it is not okay. Nothing never okay in Sierra Leone. So we don't just shout and then people then feel to say if they're not kind of power, because people they not get career. Because if you get career, politics don't left you, you go do other things. But you know, people then just hang around them or they feel to say that they come back now power back and then turn back for can't eat. You know, the other one they say now we now for it right now. Now this thing I don't care with the confusion of the country. We want peace. Trust me, people don't want peace. And most of the Sierra Leoneans, the politicians and they cry. And they come out and they cry, say this, that, human rights abuse. The layman waiting and that we no one knows supporting our government. Then they come on and do, then go hustle. They not get nothing waiting in the benefits from government. Now, we don't know the politician, the way the power don't left, we don't go wreck around. Then when they hang around, say when they come back. The ordinary man, they say when they fight for, at the end of the day, when they get power, nothing they know they get. The only thing when they see when they say election. So we want peace now in country. Whosoever they call for war in that country, they please respect yourself and respect you folks that we left behind. Okay? Because if you don't get no value, you don't get nothing we get for do for people in a salon, not call for war. We don't want war. Now that you know what we get for tell folks them. Please moderate your tone and then not for said ECS and not today they exist. Then we don't do they don't conduct election them. Every time we get this same use and cry. So not today then tear start. And we don't want war. I don't know with the beg una. Do ya? If the power don't left una fetch other way, let una come back na power. But we no want war, not to by ball by gun or by the back door. And that number we they ask for. We don't put we all life over the night so na end our book. So we not left nothing now, so we just invest back home. So at the end of the day, if we not want come with war, una like the 10-year woman they not spend nine for nothing. So with the beg una, please. Una moderate una tone down, una they speak na the media there, na the social media, how una they call
chaos na the country. Una moderate una tone them. Do ya? Na beg them with the beg una. Do ya? Thank you, Tukwe.
Thank you, Bakish. Today I tell una say, I tell this phone no let behave. I tell una say, I turn the mic to una. Eh? The last person, yeah? Out if the phone allow we for caller. Okay. Well, the phone say otherwise. You get 3 minutes,
Hello?
make and sharp.
All right. Me try to say to people, you know, if he ECSL, everybody they talk, they not listen nobody. It is clear now. Only Mother Bio now they listen right now. Okay, if he right now then disadvantage APC. Trust me, if the Mother Bio a win back set, but the next election, and like now then get the one population, trust me, they're not gonna go third time. Then they know they happen in Africa again. When APC come, sometimes they do so not small. APC go turn and give them back. So that same thing in go continue no more in the country. You know, at least they do something small, but they do something personal. Be not say una go print the papers in South Africa. All of a sudden, because down in the press conference yesterday, just today una come up saying no, then they una go do waiting early votes. Come on. You know, the country, the youth there, now them get the population right now in the country. If the people are not careful in that country, the problem go there. Because when the politicians them come, then for themselves no more, for inside the youth them. That's all. About them after. You know, right? Then another day, of course, how you go to Allah, you come out, you take LSC, where the near you now, so you say mistake, you pull on a prison, somebody will kill person. You pull on, then from there, it then right at the neighbor. They talk, they do everything that happen as I know, they much day. Then watching because they cost you, then now you go pull now you say one go let them go and can order for can and denounce them. Okay, you said you think the way they do at the country going all right. Come again by the hall. You go set the all up, the jail today. Then bad thing, you don't see anybody, you don't see nobody, you do kill people in the country like that. You just say no, we're not a kill again. You don't see anybody, you don't see nobody. You don't say APC then they cost. APC and Mami cost then they cost. But what you young people and they do, like kill, then a killer there. So the two parties then this they cost Mami cost, this now a killer. Always they threaten for being war of the country. Yeah, look right now, like Kaila with the NEPA boss people, broke people, and right now the APC supporters there, like Kaila. Can you imagine? Now they not power. Why not they do all on the back? At least that few people they're not even reach almost. Come on, why not they go after them back? You know, let somebody just say, Mother, the APC then for just boycott the whole election. Let them ECS then just hand over. Say Mother, don't win. That's all. Because the man ain't listen nobody. And that's all.
Thank you, Tolo.
Yeah.
Alright, Tolo now the last person. So nobody go talk. Say Tripoli. Una all don't talk today, una don't vent. Right. But one thing we all go agree on, we don't want any violence and we want free, fair, and credible elections. Go there back to my. No, one thing though I want to talk. Atina Umar. No, phone line don't close. Sorry, phone line don't close. You do so. Phone line be don't close long time. Umar say Umar Fofana, not to we own panelist. He say when this administration been come, the vice president be go from a president. I remind about say when this administration start from the first day we president be Ola Mike. We begin call APC thief man. 30 day in all left. How you go want possible for can be you party? Or you say you want the former president for come? For say, oh, if I go find Madabio. Where from where Madabio old Mike? We say that I am them. From the first way begin tell thank you, we old Mike. We begin talk I am 30 day I am they call there. So I expect I am former president for go fena. Eh? Association forget two people and forget understanding. It creates the atmosphere. The atmosphere we don't created between former president and current president from the first day now hostile one. You go na ready the ask and say, yeah, former president. He asked them back, not to me party. He said not to him party. They now blame back the former president. I'm on a left bo. So it's about the narrative. How you control the narrative? Yeah? How you control the narrative? Now so. But anyway, go there back to my I made on the tower for this for give something to share a network. Okay, we found the gazer. So tomorrow go do am. Yeah? Go do am tomorrow. Okay. We'll do the fundraiser tomorrow. If you can, count money. We can raise money.